Sorry.
Nah, it's cool. Not that I wouldn't want to be sponsored by Capital One, but I know for a fact nobody better ask me what's in my wallet because I'm gonna feel like that's a stick up. I'm way too old to be scrapping niggas. I don't want to have to shoot somebody big. They got too close. I got anxiety. I popped two shots. How's everybody feeling tonight? I am your host, Shakeem. This is Your Welcome with Shakeem podcast brought to you by Anchor, brought to you by Spotify. You're welcome. Uh, this is my first time under the Purple Haze Nation banner. Shout out to Vontae Combs and everybody out there in the Ottawa music scene, Ottawa rap stars, 613, everyone that came out to show a young brother love. Real quick, real quick, I don't really care for like pumpkin pie like that. Like I love sweet potato pie. You hear what nobody say. I also feel like Christmas music shouldn't be played until like there's like a whole week of snowfall because upstate New York weather changes more than a schizophrenic on their period, and I ain't really rocking with no, I'm not really rocking with the weather out here. But I want to ask, how's everyone doing out there in the chat? You know, what I'm saying in the Zoom chat, what's going on? How y'all feeling? What's going on in y'all lives right now? Start with Nasia.
I'm good. I'm hanging in there. I'm always good.
You all right? You just good?
I'm always
All
good.
right. She said, I ain't got shit going on myself. I just be plainly existing out here. That's a fact. That's a fact. Who else we got up in here? We got Ottawa Rap Stars. Shout out to Ottawa Rap Stars. And we have no one. All right. So, anything that's on your minds that you want to discuss? Anything crazy that you seen, you heard, something you want me to discuss? Maybe you have a question for me that you want to know. I'm an open book. Going on. You got something to say? I'll cut out. These Zoom chats be killing me, dog. But I think every show I watch, it got me freaking out because I haven't like seen a large group of people like that in a long time. And I was watching Angels in the Outfield, and then there's a scene where it's like, oh, it's a packed crowd tonight, and like the whole shit was packed. I'm like, yo, that's a huge fucking medical problem right now. It just gave me mad anxiety, mad anxiety. I think that shit is weird too. Like it's been a whole month, and dude was like, nope, I won. Fuck it, I won. I won. Numbers lie. I won. Trump just sounds like every tweet just makes Trump sound like the worst rapper ever. Like Trump is just white Kanye, and that's scary. I've been listening to nothing but R&B for like the whole past couple weeks. Nasia, you got your mic off, and I don't read lips. I only got time to take Spanish. Oh, hold on. What do we have here? Ottawa Rap Stars, you in the building? You on the mic? It's fine. I usually talk to walls most of the time anyway. Quarantine's got everybody fucked up. All these sound effects. Ring ding dong, ring a ding ding dong. Every time
Shakeem,
Naja hop in the Zoom chat, I'm gonna just start screaming quarantine radio. She be getting a nigga hype low key.
Shakeem, you can hear me?
I can hear you.
All right. I don't know what's going on. It kept shutting off and then the mute kept going on.
Nah, because I definitely wasn't ignoring you, but I kept seeing your lips move. And I
I
had
was
my
like, I don't know what
glasses,
to
so I
ask.
felt mad rude.
No, I thought I was being rude by leaving.
Nah, I didn't want. Nah, you good. It happens.
All right. Well, I'm new to this, so I'm like you. I was very isolated once before, so I'm not used to hamming up, and I'm not used to, you know,
Right.
being live. So, sometimes I get a little stuck.
Nah, I'd be like that. I get stuck too. That's mainly after like a blunt and a half, but it's close enough. All right,
That's
let's turn this camera off. There we go. Boom, bam. Any shows you've been watching recently? I've been binge watching as many shows as possible.
No, I just write a lot.
Yeah,
I did with Anchor too. I had a podcast there about a book I'm trying to write.
Mm, okay, okay. That sounds
So I'm like on the sixth episode right now. And it was
yeah.
just something I just tried out of nowhere, but right now I got like 61 plays and 12 audience. So far
Yeah,
so
you'd be surprised like how many people enjoy the things you create or what that means to people. Like I seen that someone from Pakistan was listening to my podcast and I thought that was really dope. I didn't think
right.
what I'm saying, their internet connection is that great in Pakistan, but what I'm saying, that's just maybe because I'm slightly ignorant. But I felt like extremely humble by that. And then like after that, it was like Italy, Japan, UK, Germany. I don't know no niggas in Germany, but I appreciated it. You know what I'm saying? It was really eye opening.
So how long you been on Anchor?
I want to say 5, almost 4 months, 4 or 5 months. I started
Yeah, I just
right.
started about a month.
Yeah, I started not too long after my birthday,
When's your birthday?
July
July?
21st.
Oh,
Yep, yep. I first started with Spreaker. That was like in 2014. That was another podcasting thing before that. I was just dabbling in the podcasting at that point, so I never really got into it until this year.
so you have a podcast on Anchor?
Yep, called You're Welcome with Shakeem Green. Yep,
That's
yep,
cool. Yeah, I just started it. Everything was off my, on the top of my head because of my past.
right.
So it's mainly about me and my past. So, and
Yeah,
I didn't think honestly, because I want to write a book, but honestly, I didn't know how it was gonna go. This was the first time I ever did it. So,
yeah,
for me to have 61 plays and 12 audience, I'm
yeah. That means
impressed.
someone's listening and someone's interested. And a lot of people like don't understand. Like they just like, oh, you do stand because you're funny. I'm like, no, you can be funny, but you have to be interesting too. Like everyone knows a bunch of funny people. You just got to find what makes you interesting and stand out in the crowd and whatnot.
Like mine's is more like a tearjerker. Like everybody just calls me crying. I'm like, I didn't mean to make you cry, but I had to share my story.
Yeah, of course. Art has usually imitates reality, so it's very, it, it's a beautiful thing when art resonates with people because it comes from a genuine and relatable place. Let you know that we're all human and stuff like that. It definitely reminds you, you know what I'm saying, how similar we all are when it comes to the human experience.
Right. See, with me, I never wrote it over. Like the way it came out is the way I said it. So it's like I never rewrote any words or anything, you know?
Yeah,
So it's like some people tell me if I do another one, like to try to rewrite everything. But I don't want to be intellectual, you know, and I don't want to speak proper. You know, I just want to let it out the
yeah,
way.
of course, you want to say it the way you do. I think that's brilliant because I figured I actually read a few books where the narration of the story wasn't in perfect English, like Push, the book about Precious and stuff like that. That book was written from her perspective, and it didn't start sounding like she was intelligent because she obviously she couldn't read or write. So it sounded very broken. It didn't sound uh you know what I'm saying fluent English at all. So until you got to the end of
Like
the
it
book,
was script, right?
huh?
It didn't sound like it was script, right?
Right, right. It was like she read it in like her point of view, but as she started going to school more often and finished school stuff like that, by the end of the book, you started to see like, oh, it started to like make like it sounded like proper.
Right.
A lot of books having to do that because it usually starts with a it's all about perspective and narrative. If the character doesn't have proper English or grammar skills, and fuck it, they don't have proper English and grammar skills, and that's part of the character. I'll continue reading the book and see why that's that. So
You know, it's new to me. Like I was never a person. I talk a lot, like to my family and friends, but not to be out in the internet and stuff. So it's like this is new to me to be really, you know, like expressing myself out loud. You know, like
course,
to the world. So you know, I get a little nervous sometimes.
I do feel like for my most part, I don't really talk to like people I know about my inner goings, like for the most part. Like I've had more meaningful conversations with passersby and strangers and people I meet in very temporary situations than people I've known for 10 years. So me and like a person I know for 10 years can have like some small talk. What you do this weekend? Oh, nothing. All right, it's on the third. And we'd be fine with that. I can actually say I've had more thought provoking and mind shattering conversations with people at layovers in the airport. So it all depends on where you get it from perspective like that. And it's always good to get um to to surround yourself with people that don't think like you. You're going to
Right,
learn more from people that don't think like you because it's a different perspective. You're not going to grow if you're all work minded. You know what I'm saying? That's why Jesus didn't hang with the righteous. You're not going to change people if they already, you know what I'm saying, you're devoted to your cause. That's why he hung around with taxpayers, tax collectors and whores and stuff like that. So it's all about perspective and wanting to grow and learn and stuff like that. And then there's no really right way to express yourself for the most part. But when you do, it is a liberating thing.
right. Yeah, I understand because a lot of people too, like you try to talk to them about certain things you learn and know, and they don't listen, you know.
Right.
Everything's yes, 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 but they're not comprehending what you're talking about. So
Right.
I
And it
sometimes you bump into people and they could understand what you know, they could relate to what you're talking about or how you feel. I ain't
no
gonna lie, like, I appreciate y'all for all this because honestly, I did my podcast like about a month ago, and I
right.
ain't what I was doing. And then all of a sudden, when Malcolm invited me to his podcast, it was like it was just opening doors for me to learn, you know, from
Yeah,
y'all. So
definitely.
I
I think everybody has an opportunity. Everyone has something to say. Everyone has a way to express themselves, whether it's not be words, whether it be dance or with their hands, whether they're like a craftsman or whatnot, whether they build some shit, that's their way of expression. Everyone has if has that ability to do so. We just do it in different ways, and especially especially when it comes to people of color, we're not. You know what I'm saying? We're usually bound to the ways to express ourselves, whether it be from societal pressures when it comes to race or within our own community about the thoughts about what people have each other like that. So I think that's a beautiful thing when you just get out there and just go about and leap of faith and become vulnerable. because the only way to get out and see if you trust somebody is to take that leap of faith and trust and whatnot. So,
Right. Especially if you have everything built inside, you know, like finally to let it out, like my story, finally to let it out, you know, it's making me feel better, you know, than all
that's
these years keeping it inside and not able to really express myself, you know.
right, right. And there's always this um it's a feeling of liberation. I was the type of kid I'd rather put it in a notebook and hold that in and repress it, not deal with it, than see somebody about that. And as I look back at 27, I realized there's a lot of stuff. It's not a lot of stuff I've done, but most of the stuff I didn't say that really gets me the most.
Right,
Always a what if or something like that. Because anything you like, actions and words for the most part can literally be the catalyst, like life changing catalyst. They can anything could have changed something. So for the most part, but at the same time, you just have to learn from that. Step back and you learn from that, and that's the only way you really do. So
right, right. Anybody else got something to say?
that's a fact.
I'm like, who's here?
I was hoping Pikmin might have come through. Hold on real quick.
No, but I appreciate it because it gets me to really understand, you know, like to speak to other people that basically, you know, have different
Right.
views on stuff, you know. So I learned from all of y'all.
That's a fact. Yeah, Devontae, I made you co-host. I just seen the message.
Huh?
No, I was talking to brother.
So can you tell me a joke now?
You said what?
I said, so can you tell me a joke now?
I told you on joke on the IG live and you didn't get it. That's not my fault.
I, it
Not
was
my
hard to
fault.
hear you. You was
Oh,
playing
it's
the
hard to hear.
audio.
You all right? You know what? I'm not gonna call you a liar, so I'll give you that.
Nah, I don't lie.
All
I don't
right.
like liars.
Uh-oh, we got Pikmin in the waiting. Okay, we out here. All right, you gotta. All right, bet. So real quick, you gotta share. You gotta share this link if you want to hear some jokes.
I did. I already shared it.
Oh, you already shared it. I really appreciate that. All right, bet.
Mhm.
So I was dating this chick with this kid, right? 9-month-old kid, adorable little baby boy, right? I love kids, but then she gonna ask me to bond with him. I'm a 24-year-old dude, and he's a 9-month-old baby. The only thing we got in common is every once in a while we might sit on ourselves and not tell nobody, and that's about it. Shit, niggas
Mhm.
just have accidents. That's an old spice.
I didn't hear the last one.
I said niggas have accidents. That's an old spice.
So how you started? Oh yeah, you did say the first day you went on stage. I heard the
Hmm.
interview. That's cool.
It was like the only time I didn't get anxiety.
Oh, you get anxiety too? So do
I have like
I.
really bad social anxiety. So I really like at public places. I always had something for me to like escape into my mind. Like so, if I brought a book, or you like most people would see me with headphones in. I'd be the only person at a party with my headphones in. So technically, I'm at a social gathering, but I'm not paying no attention. People are.
Right.
So it was just one of those things where I'm like, I controlled how comfortable I got around people for the most part.
No, I get anxiety because I had a car accident last year. So I ain't
I
gonna lie, like the whole year is like, and when I first did, you know, when I first got anxiety attacks, I didn't know what was it. You know what I'm saying? Like People start thinking you're going crazy because you're flipping out, but
Right.
I
And
didn't know what
because
it was
they
until
don't get
I
it, and the way you
finally,
say it, yeah, the way you say it sounds weird. So when they hear it from your, when they hear it from you, and they don't see what you see or they don't feel what you feel, it sounds hella crazy, and you feel weird
right,
talking to people about it, and that's what makes people like regress and not talk about it.
right. But I understand that, I learned that a lot of people get it, but they just don't know they got it. And my thing is, honestly, like, I don't know how to control it now, but sometimes it's always when you when you overthink and worry too much, because
Right.
that's when it triggers. When I start worrying about too much stuff,
Hmm.
then that's when it triggers. But I learned how to cope with it. But it's been a whole year, and I ain't never had anxiety attack.
I
I'm
think the
just
first time I had like my phase, I had two major anxiety attacks. One when I was drinking, which is why I don't drink white liquor anymore. White liquor, like
yeah.
that was a really bad time. And then the other one was I was caught in the cold. I had an anxiety attack, and then that triggered an asthma attack.
Me too.
And I never had an asthma attack before, so I didn't know what was going on.
Oh, for real? Yeah, I'm asthmatic too, so I know that feeling. But sometimes you don't know if it's asthma or you don't know if it's anxiety.
Well,
But
yeah,
it's just weird. Like
the pause.
I always need to talk to somebody. Once I have an anxiety attack, I have to speak to somebody. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah,
have a
I
support
usually,
system,
I
that
usually have
helps me through it. Water?
running water, or I usually get low, or I count stuff. So for each sense I have, I do something. Like I'll look at one thing I can touch. I'll count like two things I can see, three
Right,
things I can feel. Now I'm
Hey
saying stuff
y'all,
like
hey
that.
y'all,
It just makes me
y'all hear
remind
that?
myself what's in the moment.
right, right.
Because I think about math hypotheticals sitting in the future, and my mom will tell you like I have a habit of putting the weight of the world on my shoulders, worrying about shit I can't control.
But that's a cancer thing. I'm a cancer too, so it's like we worry about everybody.
That's
We
a fact.
always trying to, we always trying to change people. We always trying to worry about, we always worrying about people. Like it's
Yeah.
like a cotton ball, like we absorb all everybody's problems,
Because I'm the
and that's
type
the
of like
problem.
I'm the type of person like yo fuck you, but it's like yo I really care. Like I give a shit about you, but like yo suck my dick for real. But like yo no funny shit. Like I really hope you make it. Like I just one of those things where it's like I know for a fact if a person's shitty, but like deep down you just want the best for them. So
Right.
it's a cycle.
Hey y'all, it's a background noise. I don't know where it's from. Y'all hear that?
No,
Hold
I
on,
pick me.
I hear myself. Hold up.
I have my stuff mute.
We got Heath Gainer and Ottawa rap stars in the building. Shout out to everyone in right now. Yeah, this is your welcome with Shakeem, brought to you by Purple Haze Nation. How y'all feeling tonight?
Hey, what's good?
Hold on. All right, Pigman, what you up to? What's up with that so with that sign, my guy?
Oh man, the sign. All right. What? Who?
All right, hold up, real quick.
Mute your sound.
I'm gonna
Mute
mute
your sound.
everybody but
No.
Pigman.
All right. All right. Is it my mic? Y'all talk without me and let's see, because it might be my mic. Y'all talk and let me.
This is the first episode of my show on my brother's thing, and we're gonna have these technical issues. That's how you know niggas can't have shit. I'm pro black, but this is why we need the whites. I'm letting y'all know right now. I don't give a shit that I'm itching my ear right now. This shit feels so good. That's a fact. This little piece of cartilage, everything. Responsible for hearing and orgasms. Listen, God, God, better stop playing. That's a fact. That's a fact. I can see why dogs fuck with this. I'm gonna stop though. Way too high for this shit. All right, hold up, real quick, real quick.
All right, y'all.
Yo,
What's
what's
happening,
up?
y'all? Y'all hear me?
Yes,
All
we
right,
can.
had to grab my performing
Naja was talking
microphone.
mad light skin shit when she was on mute, but we're gonna talk about that in the DMs.
Hey, what's happening? Oh shit. What's happening, man? Appreciate y'all inviting me to the show. This is the Shakeem podcast.
This is the You're Welcome with
You're
Shakeem,
welcome.
Haze Nation.
That's what's happening. That's what's happening. Oh my fucking God, man. I can't keep this sign up. All right, y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Hey, I ain't got nothing popping, man. My computer acting up. This is crazy. I'm not used to this. Hey, shout out Nasia. Shout
Thank
out
you. Thank you.
Huffle Puff. What? Shout out Shakeem. I don't
You
know about
already
that new
know.
name, bro. You should have ran that by the squad.
What?
That new name.
Oh no,
Hufflepuff
listen.
Daddy.
It was a surprise for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And Hufflepuff Daddy ain't new, son. I've been a Slytherin since '93. My name been on the Hogwarts acceptance shit since I was born. And that's on Dumbledore.
Salute, salute, salute.
Hufflepuff Daddy and Sirius Black and Mild. What's up? I drink Henny out of sippy cups. I'm a man child. What's up?
Hey, hey, they call me Sirius Black though.
Listen, they call you whatever, but they call me back. Is all I'm saying.
All right, well, shout out of our rap stars, man. We in the Billy. What's popping, y'all?
Hey, I'm just chilling right now, bro.
So, but yeah, what's that sign about? That TMS.
All right, have to put the real mics up because I don't know what's going on. But this sign, right? Casanova, he's going through his stuff at the feds.
Yes.
So we know
Yes,
how the
is
feds play.
him and 18 niggas.
Come on, bro.
They got all them black men.
Bro,
Oh, I heard that shit yesterday. It said the feds are looking for Casanova. I said, nah, his name is Casanova.
Caswell Senior.
I said, yo, he was doing so well.
He was doing good.
All these niggas getting in, like Wayne is facing 10 years for. I'm like, oh.
Now he wasn't doing well. He wasn't doing well because, to be honest, he's the reason Takashi got into all the bullshit he got into.
I can't speak.
Bro, he made the beef out of nowhere and started that beef with Treyway.
I wasn't there.
We all was there. Look it up.
People or niggas.
He started it. It's a song called Punch You in Your Face, little nigga. I knock your teeth out. Every time you see me, nigga, I got my heat out.
Get the strap. I play that shit to work. Listen,
yeah. See, you get that gang gang. I don't know what that beat about.
Yeah.
It was labeled on World Star.
Suck my dick. Yo, listen, when he said that, I'm like, bars. I've never heard suck my dick be rhyme with suck my dick ever. That was poetic. It was corny.
Computer right now. This is crazy. Oh, Daily, stop sharing your sound. Oh, that's for the effects. I don't know what's wrong.
No, that was from Get the Strap.
No. I'm talking about the takeover. My computer, bro.
Yeah, your computer is sounding hella static shocky right now. Speaking of which, I don't know if y'all know this or not, but DCEU and Warner Brothers is working with Michael B. Jordan and his production company to reboot a live action, I don't know, a TV show or movie of Static Shock. No, who Static Shock is. For all those born before 2000, you're welcome. Those before and after, listen, he was like the greatest black superhero you probably never heard of. He was this teenage kid with some locks, stuff like that. Best friend was some white dude, real cool as hell, electric powers. And it spoke a lot to me because one, a lot of people with electric powers are evil motherfuckers, and this dude was black. So the fact that he didn't join a gang using his electric powers, I really comment. I was really appreciative of that and whatnot. Also, Pikmin. We was discussing earlier the Lil Wayne No Ceilings 3 mixtape. Now, what were your thoughts on this classic question mark?
Well, a little shameless plug, man. I streamed it live on my YouTube channel, The Maniac Show. Bro, I'm the biggest Lil Wayne fan that I know. So it was subpar, it was mid. I love the first 10 songs. They were good.
Right.
But the rest was just like, they was just throw it on there type shit.
Can I let me keep it a buck. I love Wayne. Wayne is amazing. Wayne is iconic. He's responsible for a lot of niggas in this rap game right now. Like he birthed a lot of niggas. I'm giving him like he was it. He influenced the culture. But I personally, this may be an unpopular opinion, I personally don't care for the niggas he signed. Like no one can name me one Gutta Gutta track. Gutta's been signed to his name for quite some time. I'm pretty sure he's a dope rapper. I've heard him on some tracks. I can't name a bar. I can't name a hit single by Gutter. Know what I'm saying? It's like it's cool to sign niggas from the hood that rap and shit like that, but if you ain't got no notable hits, my nigga. Gutter been rapping for 10 years. He ain't got one memorable line. I'll wait. That's like asking someone to name me a Phase on Love.
He's mute again, Shakeem. He's on mute again.
Oh, no. Talking all the shit. And he couldn't put shit in. I know he feels blah.
Yeah, that's what he was telling you. He's on mute.
I wish I would have known that, but I couldn't hear him because he was on mute. Who put him on mute? I asked you to unmute yourself, sir. This.
Oh my God.
Okay, so
Got it?
we cannot blame P. I gotta get on my thoughts. I was trying to say it like I was.
Yeah, but you were on mute, and I'm like, yo, he ain't saying shit. That mean I got him. Fuck this nigga. I'm out here. It's fucking away. I won.
When you put Drake, goddamn, I need to go get another bandit. When you put Drake, Nicki Minaj, not Tiger. The Tiger, yeah, now, but not Drake and Nicki Minaj.
I don't like her.
Put them on. You don't need anybody else. I don't care. Gutta, Mac Main, all of them can go kick rocks. He gave the world Drake and Nicki.
Yeah,
Come on.
He really did. And mind you, Drake has more slaps literally than the Beatles, and I collected every single fucking Beatles album.
The first time I heard Drake was on Ransom.
My first time hearing Drake was on Room for Improvement, and that's because of Devontae. And if my little brother wasn't a Degrassi fan, I probably would have never seen the Wheelchair Jimmy. Like Room for Improvement when he was working with Nice Wonder and shit like that. Like that's what that BB King shit remind me of. Like comeback season type shit. We not gonna get that Drake anymore.
I didn't like that shit. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't like it. It's just like it's not him anymore.
At the same time, it was like putting fuck, how I share this. It's like putting you put two niggas that had beef with each other that used to be friends back on the track together. Like these are old friends or whatnot. But it was like listening to Dedication 3.
All right, so let's
remember Stuntin'?
Hey, how do you feel about Drake personally? Do you think he got a sweatshop full of ghostwriters?
I feel like Drake is a great marketer. He's like the George Lucas of the rap game. And if you know who George Lucas is, Star Wars. The reason why Star Wars is so big because George Lucas was the creator.
What is Star Wars?
Star Wars? You really got to ask me what Star Wars is?
What is Star Wars?
I'm offended. As a black man,
what about Star Trek?
That is not the same and
Nah, I'm Star Trek gang over here.
you're a cornball.
I got the horns in my head over here, y'all. Nah.
Dude, one word, Yoda, nigga. I mean, that's 2 words, but Yoda.
Oh man.
Sam motherfucking Jackson is a Jedi. Who y'all got? Who y'all got? Idris Elba as a villain in blue and white makeup. You can't even see a black man's face in Star Trek. You see all the black faces. All black faces. Darth Vader's the first nigga to claim his kid on television. Black man.
One. Star Wars it is, all right?
Shame. Got my blood pressure up.
All right, so George Lucas, promotion, Drake, Ghost Rider.
There should be no reason why Drake is this successful after 10 years. After he's taken several L's. Let's forget he lost that Pusha T beat. I don't look to Drake for the hardest lyricist. I look to Drake to entertain. Drake is gonna say some wild shit, some real shit, some powerful shit, and some petty shit all on the same track.
Drake is cold as fuck.
Remember, that's what I'm saying. Remember, he followed Ninja, played with Ninja on the stream and shit on Fortnite, and then unfollowed him.
That's scandalous.
That's the most funny shit I ever heard of. No offense to you, Nasia.
I'm chilling.
What happened?
None.
You didn't offend me.
Where you from, Nasia?
Me? New York.
New York?
Yeah, I live in PA though.
Okay. That's what's up. I fuck with New York. I ain't never been or nothing, but I fuck with.
You never been to New York?
Nah, I never been to New York. I'm in Kansas City, Missouri. You know, you get stuck here. You know,
right.
Okay. It's
New York is getting crazy.
They say New York is dead. I listen. Someone snuffed the nigga from Little Giants not too long ago. New York ain't dead. You gotta hit the nigga. You gotta punch your nigga from Ghostbusters in the face. New York ain't dead. Not at all.
I ain't say shit. I said it's getting crazy.
I don't want to go there. I don't want nobody punch me.
Just prove my point. It's getting crazy out there.
It's been crazy.
It's getting worse.
I be watching the videos and shit. That's like I was about to do a video earlier. That's why I made this sign. But it was gonna be like it's like the FBI it's like they're like, oh no, it's in New York, if you say something disrespectful or say like I killed this person, you going to jail. Chicago, you can say I'm smoking Tuka, Rondo, Raja, TT, Mama, and them real people and nobody goes to jail.
Right. The thing is that, you know, I just had this conversation. New York, like you can bully somebody around and then they punch you in your face and beat your ass, and then all of a sudden they call police. Like, so you're the one that's getting stuff. They can try to jump you and everything, but because they call police first, you're getting locked up. Like, it's a bunch of bullshit.
Like, it all depends on when the police get you. Like, no matter what happens, depending on what you're doing and how you are, the police gonna get who they get.
Where you running to? There's so many cameras and buildings. Like,
that's a fact. Like, you're not pretty much going anywhere. It's a grid system. 8 million people. They gonna keep they gonna keep the niggas in check.
But I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people get away with a lot of stuff.
Bro, that is everywhere in this world though. Like, not everywhere, but as far as the main places, like, bro, we on lockdown, low key.
Real quick. So, all right. Say if Kanye was president of the White House, right? Who do you think would be in his cabinet? Like, right? Like, he gonna change the national anthem. He gonna get like a Whitney sample, a soul sample on that motherfucker. He gonna play that shit in reverse and have Alicia Keys sing it.
Hell no. He's gonna be right there performing, singing, playing everything himself. He wanna be that spotlight.
He gonna make USA the soundtrack. He gonna make a whole national soundtrack. No, we gotta play the soundtrack at halftime, before the game, after the game.
Hey, boy, you can't talk about Kanye like that.
No, Kanye gave us graduation.
Nah, Kanye. Let's talk about it, bro. Because everybody always want to spill the negativity about him.
Nah,
I
Let's
Kanye,
talk
like
about what he's doing.
Kanye's the Michael Jackson of our time, of my generation. I will let you know that. 93, I was born. What Wu-Tang came out, Snoop was out, Naughty by Nature was popping, Def Comedy Jam was the shit, Fresh Prince was out. It was a really golden time for black culture. Kanye came out and was like, nah, I'm wearing pink polos, backpacks, I'm gonna have hustlers rap on samples that got Shaka Khan singing on them. That was
He's
fucking
mute
weird.
again.
That was
He's
fucking
mute
weird.
again, Shakeem.
Dude, he did it again. Oh my god, who keeps muting stop silencing black men? This is why we shoot people, because we have pent up anger.
Don't you be?
I think somebody's in the
I'll go. I haven't hit a white man since 02. I'll relapse.
He's still mute. He can't
Malcolm
talk.
and Betty.
He can't talk. He's
Are you
still
gonna
mute.
shoot me?
Listen. I'm not. Listen. Guy who is older than 8. Yo, that is the fact that I didn't catch that. I listen, Heath. As long as you're not fucking around, and I can say that because it's my show. We good. Pigman, you were saying something out of pocket?
Look, bro, Kanye, Wyoming. He is building his own city. Y'all better stay woke. He want factories there. He want everything. He's already got started. You can let them talk about. They gonna talk bad about you when you doing something for the culture of your people. So fuck music. That ain't shit. Music is making gym money. He's trying to figure out a way to keep a society.
Generational wealth. You want to break the black wealth gap compared to the white one is frankly it's astonishing and it's heartbreaking. I'm not going to repeat it on here because I realize how black you are and you feel it, and I ain't trying to have nobody do that. That's PTSD on a whole different level. He's a gay nor. As long as it's not Ledger, I don't want nobody coming back with that plain joke. So yeah, Kanye's a musical genius, and I want to say the last quote unquote old Kanye we got was like the last I want to say right before his mother passed was Graduation. 808s and Heartbreak was like an interim album. That means that album was mainly for him. That was his therapy. That wasn't for the fans. That was for him. It was genius as fuck because no other rapper was rapping on autotune all the fucking time. Lil Wayne likes autotune. T-Pain can sing when he used autotune in the artistic style. Kanye was like, no, the whole thing is literally going to be 808s, drum kicks, and autotune. And it fucking sold. And then
who wrote it?
Twisted Dark Fantasy.
Hey, who wrote all that? Do y'all know who wrote it or had a lot to do with it? Kid Cudi.
People don't understand. Kid Cudi saved Kanye. Kid Cudi emerging saved Kanye. Like, you have to really think about it. You got this talented, depressed kid out of fucking Cleveland, and he's humming got melodies like a male Lauryn Hill, give you fucking Andre 3000 vibes, but also got bars and like are conscious of shit like Common.
Hey, allow us to unmute ourselves, bro, so I can be able to mute and unmute. Come on.
I did.
I'm in jail when I mute myself.
I did. Ask all to.
No, do it again.
All right, hold up. I feel old. Ask all to unmute. All right, Pickman, you can unmute, sir. Pickman. Young man. Young man. I can't read digital. I don't read binary. 10101. Unmute. I asked you to unmute. You talking won't make me hear you because you're on mute. I'm talented. I'm not a magician. I'm only a wizard in my dreams.
Yeah, crazy.
Pigman. I asked you to unmute multiple times. I just feel like that's important.
You gotta use the
I
finger.
feel like you're trying to sabotage me. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to see you trying to sabotage another black man. All right. I take back everything I said because you're muted.
All right, so Kanye is the GOAT. At the end of the day, Kanye is the GOAT. He has a bright future.
I do feel like he is a Drake hater. He is threatened by Drake.
So?
Nah, but I agree with Pigman because he's smart. I'm sorry.
I've seen a lot of
his interviews, and what they show on the media is not what he act like on.
They don't get it.
Now, don't get me wrong. When he cries, you know, it's sad, but it's because so many people's picking on him, and he feels attacked like everybody else. So it's like at the end of the day, he gets emotional, especially after everything he's been through. But he's smart.
His song, there's a song, and he was like, "Yo, what are you hearing from the Chris?" Like he was like, "Yo, he pretty much saying like Christians dissed him." They was like, "Yo, we don't know if he's faking or whatnot," and it was like, "This is what we call baby Christians." My mom would say, "It was like these are people that were reborn, or they left the church or came back, or they wanted to find religion, and you're judging them." And any black person would say they grew up in the church. That's the most judgmental place on earth, and church on Sunday is the most segregated place at high noon on Malcolm X. So I'm like, it was really frustrating for him because if you listen to Kanye's music, God was always a part of that. He literally told in Jesus Walks, "I told God I'll be back in a second. Man, it's so hard not to act reckless. I was wrong. That was Can't Tell Me Nothing off of Graduation." But that's the whole point. That's the whole point. Because Kanye never always had plans to give his life back to God. And God was always there. Kanye's had a lot of shit going on with him. His mother died. He was dealing with like vagina. It's a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? That could be scary for anybody.
And I'm not gonna lie, like I was in a car accident last year. Like that's traumatizing.
Yeah, he survived. Mind you, the Porsche is the most like safe. It's not the safest car. It's a nice fucking car. It costs a lot of money. It's not the safest car. So the fact that you were, I'm pretty sure it's going zoom, you know what I'm saying, fast, speed racer fast.
Right.
You just walked away for the most part with your jaw shattered.
Right.
Hey, Kanye had a tweet, right?
Mm-hmm.
It said, "Kris Jenner is trying to sell my daughters into porn." Did y'all remember that? It was like, I was trying to sell my daughter into the industry or Playboy or something. He said.
I think Kanye's trying to tell us shit, but he's not stabilized mentally. Like,
bro, what?
No. Here's the thing. I get what he's saying, but the way he's saying it isn't coming out the way he wants it to. Like, you get the sentiment, but it's coming out fucked up. Bro. It's like saying, "Hey, listen, they're trying to get me," and then like they say, "Hey, come get me." You know what I'm saying? In his mind, he's saying, "Hey, they're trying to come get me."
No, come on, bro. Come on.
Kanye is not mentally.
He's dealing with.
I'm not saying he's any less smart.
Look, bro.
I'm just saying.
A woman whose claim to fame, his claim to fame is a sex tape, and his child, his wife's mother promoted and promotes all of this stuff. So I do anything.
You can say that. You can say, because a whole family of Kardashian vaginas can do that to men. I know one Erykah Badu that can fuck 3 rappers up at once with a vagina. Like when you really think about it, you have to look at like the effect that Kardashians have on the culture and like men, and especially black men in general. For the most part, like you ask a nigga, they're not gonna want to date or marry a Kardashian. They're gonna smash one, but not date one. Because we've seen what happened to men that.
Okay, so why couldn't you believe that the mama's trying to sell the babies in the Playboy already?
Nah, I don't think Kris is that stupid. She's nah. Like you know what I'm saying? Like she probably not now, but like 11, 12, they do that. That's like I just generally don't like the Kardashians. That's because I'm biased. Like I just don't think like they're great people.
I mean, I like them. I like them. I like Kim. I like. Oh shit.
Like they have nice assets and bank accounts. But I
Yeah,
don't think
no,
I
I
like them as people.
feel like once he got in that family, like it just made it worse.
Right. It's like, yo, I feel like you turned a whole championship Laker into a crackhead, bro.
Right.
Like fuck it, like it sounds like a DC supervillain. Like what the fuck, bro, man? Like that's crazy.
But I don't judge him by, his religion, like him coming in and out, because a lot of people do that. Like a lot of people come in and out. A lot of people don't know
Of course, that
what
happens.
religion
There's a lot of
they
failed relationships in that industry.
what issues
There's
they
a
want to
lot of crazy
follow.
vagina in that industry too. And I'm just saying the
Let her
Kardashians are
talk.
one.
Let her talk. Hey, let her
Everybody's trying
talk.
to find themselves,
That's a fact. Well, I'm just biased against the Kardashians. I just made it. That's it. I'm just being messy. I'm saucy.
Listen, I feel like this, if you want to worship a plant and it makes you feel better, then worship your plant. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, it don't matter what people, like follow, because at the end of the day, if it makes a person better and feel better about themselves, that's all that matters. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody finds out in time what religion or what they want to follow, whether it's the stars, the moon, the universe, Buddha, God, whatever. Like everybody has their own, perspective of everything. So
they all share respective truths. Like any holy book will tell you no lying, no stealing, no murder. Murder is the most unholy thing in the world. To take a life is the most unnatural thing. Also, most religions deal in an afterlife. Science will tell you off rip, energy can't be destroyed nor created. Water dries up, it turns into vapor. Water is condensed into raindrops that falls back down the ground. It's a cycle again. Therefore, if it can't be destroyed nor created, there has to be an afterlife, right? So not necessarily they're all right and wrong at the same time. There's some truth to it, but it's all perspective.
right.
I
In
was
every
born a Christian.
religion.
I'm a practicing Muslim now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
No, I
saying?
get
At
you.
some point in time, it does. There's all truth to it. I see a truth in similarities into a lot of shit. So I would never tell another person you're wrong, because in the day,
Right.
the religion is by definition a belief. By
And I
definition,
just
we
feel like,
believe it.
everybody finds out on their own what's the
Right.
truth.
We don't do
What
that
they
with
think is
anything
the
else.
truth, or what, you understand what I'm
Like
saying?
the
What
bitch,
they
we don't question Jesus, but we'll question a bitch about our kid. Like it's yours, is it? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, we going down. No, God got me. Does he? You don't. You know what I'm saying? So you don't really do that with anything else. So it's all about the power of faith in belief. There's always power in belief. So you give what
Like
you
I said, I just feel like if you want to, pray at the water, and that's what you pray on, if that's what makes somebody feel better and change their life, then that's what you do, like I don't believe in just one religion. I believe in a lot, because I have friends that's everything, Muslim, you
right.
understand what I'm saying? Christian, Baptist, 5%ers, you understand what I'm saying? So I listen to everybody. I don't sit here and just question or go back to, in a battle with them to question them about their own religion. I feel like if that's what makes them better about themselves, then do what makes you feel good. You feel what I'm saying?
Hey, I wish I would came earlier. I'm gonna tap in with y'all. I appreciate y'all. Go check out my
No
song,
problem.
Love Gone on all platforms, y'all.
All right, Pickman. Thank you for
I ain't
stopping
gonna call
by.
you the other name, bro. I don't know about Hufflepuff. You know about that.
Puff Daddy
Take
converted
care,
two things:
Pigman.
wizards and Ciroc. So you're welcome.
Yeah, hey, good. It was good combo, man. I appreciate y'all.
You too.
All
Take
right,
care.
man. Be
Have a
easy.
good night.
All right, y'all.
Why does it say connecting to audio? That means somebody's waiting.
No, that means somebody internet bill probably didn't get paid, so they lagging. Yeah,
Oh.
National Greedy be a motherfucker.
Yeah, I can't stay too long either. But
Everybody leaving like my dad. That's
no,
crazy. No, I'm fucking with you. He
don't
came back
say that.
eventually, but it was too late. I was a man by then.
No, it's not that. I had a long day, so I'm
I
like,
feel you.
honestly, I was waiting for your live, because I was
Yeah, I
honestly,
hit you up. I think I was like 7 or something like that.
huh?
I hit you up like around 7 or something like that. I'm like, yeah, just be on the lookout for the live or whatnot. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I
It's all
appreciate
good. It's your
it.
first one. You know, maybe we need to like figure out topics to talk
Yeah,
about
'cause
when you
I'm
come
not
back
used.
again.
I'm not used to doing live recordings of my podcast. So I'm just
Right.
figuring it out. So that's why I really like what we have going on today. I got a better idea for what we do tomorrow night.
Yeah, cause like even when you asked me what topic, it's like I didn't I didn't really know what to
Word.
talk
So
about.
I got some jokes. I was working on. If you can help me out, I don't know if anyone fucks with jokes or whatnot. But I figure
I
since it's
laugh at
fun,
anything. So I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. So actually, let me find my joke. The reason why I really wasn't messing with Jesus like that is because I was an anime fan, right? Like Jesus walked on water. Cool. I see Naruto run and scrap 20 dudes while making 100 of himself on water. They're not the same. They're not
You
the same.
lagging. I can't hear you. What happened?
Mike?
No, it's that it was freezing up.
Oh, it's freezing up. So,
Yeah.
I figured, like, I think the miracle of Jesus was that he was white in the Middle East with a Hispanic name, and I think that's cultural appropriation, and no one's talking about that. And I'm
That
honestly, I can't believe that no female was a virgin and had a baby. We call that a lying motherfucker in our neighborhood. Doing this DNA test. Oh God. Then Joseph was messed up to find out it was actually God. And Jesus ain't just and like Jesus. I don't think Jesus respected Joseph. I don't think any stepfather like really respected. Like Joseph was like the world's first stepfather. It was like a thankless job. Like he was probably asking Jesus to stop moonwalking on water. Then had to remind himself that he didn't know what moonwalking was. He was worried about Jesus and his gang activities. Yes, Jesus was in the gang, the disciples. It's a real thing. Like it was crazy. I thought the Bible was a whole thing on like Middle Eastern magic and stuff like that, and then was like surprised my mom couldn't really let me read Harry Potter. You know what I'm saying? I just found it
when
weird.
you
I'm
was
like,
younger.
God made a baby with a teenage woman, and this kid just, you know what I'm saying, rode a broomstick and caught a golden ball for the first time. They're not the same. Like God turned
Mm-mm.
a woman into a pillar of salt for turning around. Some dude popped a dude for trying to kill his mom. You know what I'm saying? They're not.
I don't know what's that. Oh, somebody hit you.
Yeah, somebody keep on like they pay my bill. No, I just realized like there's not that many black superheroes, and I get that for a reason. Like if you really pay attention, black women ain't really trying to have their man out on the streets all night. Because like if you really think about it, superheroes are not that different from rappers. Like superheroes got groupies, they got fan bases, they make appearances and all that. I know I couldn't be a superhero. Where are you going? It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I thought you killed your last one. I think if I was a teenage superhero, all my votes would be scared of my mom.
Right. How old are you?
I'm 27.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a fact. I'm like slightly like I'm like a old young. I'm like a young old. And I'm
Right.
not necessarily old, but I feel old.
Well, don't feel old. You're still young.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? After Trump presidency, you age like an avocado. So what you got going on this weekend?
Just working. That's it.
Just
Like I
work.
said, I've just been writing lately. I just been because I was in New York for like 7 months, so everything was hectic because everything is just too fast paced. So right now I'm just here writing and relaxing. You
Okay,
know.
okay. Anybody else in the Zoom chat want to say something? No. Auto rap stars, or you just silent?
No, but I'm about to get off of this. Um, Thank you for inviting me.
No problem. You have a good night.
And like I said, this is your first one you said?
This is my first video one, yes.
All right. Yeah. I mean, just keep up the good work. And, at the end of the day, like I was saying with the other podcast we on, like we just got to work on what topics to talk about and, you know what we're going, who's going to be on it.
Definitely.
And I ain't gonna lie, I definitely had a good time talking to you about things that people probably can't relate. So to me, it doesn't even matter whether they want to be here listening or they don't. You feel what I'm saying? Because
I
you know
got
what?
you.
At the end of the day, a lot of people go through the same stuff and they just don't want to admit it. They want to act like
Right.
they so sick. Okay, and I don't like perfect people that act like they perfect and basically act like they don't got time for negativity and all that other stuff. So nobody got time for it. So you keep up the good work, and like you said, this is your first one. The second one to get better.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome, Shakeem.
All right.
But I'm gonna definitely get out of here so I can get ready to go.
All right. You have a good night. Be safe.
You too. Thank you for inviting me. All right.
No problem. Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too. Ottawa Rap Stars is in the building and off mute.
What's good?
What's goody, fam? How are you?
Too bad. I'm just like cooking food and shit.
What you cooking on? What's in your kitchen?
I got chicken right now. It's in the oven. Actually, just finished.
Yeah. All right. Amen to that. I got
Really?
just fuck with some Cheez-Its at the moment.
Oh, those are dope.
I got the spicy kind. It's all munchy food. Hot and spicy. I just feel like this year. Oh, yeah, this year's upcoming is gonna be dope.
Oh yeah. Sure.
Unless there's a race war, then I gotta do what I gotta do. I'll Hunger Games this bitch. So what's on your mind? Is there anything you wanted to talk about? Anything you wanted to ask me? Anything you wanted to debate back and forth going on that big bowl of brain of yours?
I've just been listening, like chilling while you guys are talking about it.
He said I've been cooking, I've been chilling. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Is there anything you would want to hear in the future? Anything you want out of me? You want to request or something?
Oh yeah,
Something you want me to joke about?
I just like checked in and like realized that you were doing this today. So like on the second one, I'm gonna come up with like a whole bunch of shit so we can be prepared for it for real.
Yeah, man. I definitely take requests. You want me to talk about something, turn something into a joke? You want me to roast somebody? You want me to address something? You know what I'm saying? I can definitely do that. I do characters, not so much impressions, but I can definitely do that. I can definitely do that. Tomorrow there will be space for a roast
Check
session.
1 2.
Yo,
What's good, bro?
what's goody?
Hey, what's up?
What's good, Ottawa Rap Stars?
How we chilling right now?
I'm gonna just stay.
Yo, what was that?
Check 1 2.
Hold up. We can.
My fault. It's me. It's me.
Okay.
Something's going on with my wires, and I don't know. But yeah, I think it's dope. Yeah, you gotta come up with top. They coming to see you, bro. They coming to see you.
I can't see the live comment, so if you can like ask the chat, you know what I'm saying? Once I want to interact with the chat, but I can't at the moment.
You should be able to, bro. What are you talking about?
All right, hold on. I might have to turn off my camera. Let me. I'm thinking about getting me an iPhone, but my Android does so many dope things already. I download third-party apps that can pirate shows. Not pirate. Live chat. Ooh, up the Bamski. Cheeseaholic. I hate this. I'm subscribed to channel. You sounds like you subscribes to grammar. And damn, you can't spell. Ain't no type of cheeseaholic. Bill. Oh my goodness. That is crazy. I don't know. No, tomorrow I will be doing a 15-minute roast session back and forth with anybody and everybody. Little game called Who Want the Smoke. It's like hot potato with roasted. Fact.
All right, you hear me? I'm sorry.
At the moment.
Yeah, like they coming to see you, so you gotta come with the jiggy jokes, man. You gotta have it all ready. But that's okay. Today it wasn't a really show. This was just to promote tomorrow, because on the banner I did say it does say Tuesday and Thursdays. Today's Wednesday. You feel me? So don't worry about that. You know, the live show will be tomorrow.
Nah, because I usually don't always do jokes on my podcast.
Oh,
I
okay.
definitely got you. Yeah, my podcast is many different things, but I do come
Okay.
as
Well, do you, bro? You got it. This is Wednesday.
I definitely understand where you're coming from. But I appreciate that non-English speaker or speller in the comment section real quick.
Just say you're welcome.
Huh?
She said, "Don't get discouraged. It gets better."
Well, I'm not discouraged by anything but that man's hairline in that picture. It was disheartening. Well, I appreciate that.
You. Just say you're welcome.
You're welcome. And say you what? You know what my favorite Disney slap is? Everybody Wants to Be a Cat from Marissa Cat. Everybody wants to be a cat. I just feel like that's a euphemism for everybody wants to be black. You know what I'm saying? Like they always saying everybody wants to be a nigga until it's time to be a nigga. Like any white person that is offended by the word honky can't handle being a nigga. Because you're not gonna be able to get taxi as a nigga. So if you get offended by the word honky, nah, it's cool. It's whatever. I just don't get it. I'm like, how can you hate on a nigga that can't burn in the sun, that's been standing in the sun for an hour? Why? Because your credit score is better than mine. I can enjoy the beach without the assistance of sunscreen. I'm so black below the waist, I don't need good credit. That's on JG Wentworth. It's Vontae Pong. It's not. Identity theft is a real thing. It affects millions of people every day. Me and my twin are fraternal twins, but the only people who think we look alike are the police. My genetics are going out and get me popped out here in these streets. My favorite bar of the year is Your Honor, I'm a Freak Bitch. Period. Hands down the hardest bar of 2020. You just play that at my funeral, I'll be a Gucci bitch.
It's Vontae Pong.
It's Vontae Pong. Fix your microphone.
I fixed my microphone. I did.
So did you listen to No Ceilings 3, Vontae? I speak to him and he does not answer. Every time he does that, he makes me feel like I'm talking to myself, like I'm the crazy motherfucker. Like the way he
Sorry,
ignores
bro.
me with his orange, I was tricked into thinking I had it when it turns out I was just moving really fast.
Sorry, bro. Sorry.
No, it's cool. It's fine. It's okay. I am not bitter at all.
We're now live on Instagram to bring
Whoop
some
de
more
whoop
followers.
whoop whoop. Shout out to the IG live. Word, we out here. We're her A live. Know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
she don't fuck with me, bro.
Who?
The Instagram auntie.
She don't fuck with you.
Bro, she got me blocked.
Hey yo, listen. You
She
know
got
what?
daily blocked.
Hey yo, listen. Ain't nothing but a thing because you doing yours. You feel me? It ain't nothing but a
I
thing.
feel you,
'Cause you
bro.
doing yours. Like you, first and foremost, you a whole ass person to be. No one, listen. No one like. I don't give a shit about what no one thinks about me. Know why? Because I know me. I know the best parts of me and the worst parts of me. And one, most people aren't even worth the rent to free take up the rent in your space, like of your mind. No one's worth that. Choose peace, King. Choose peace. I don't know if anyone has HBO or HBO Max or HBO Go or whatnot, but um, if you're like a horror fan or if you're just a lover of black art or you're just a person that has morals or you just got need something to do for the weekend. It's Classy K. I'm chilling. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to all those that are listening. This is your welcome, Shakeem, brought to you by Purple Haze Nation. Shout out to Vontae Poem. To those who don't know, I hope you know, and if you don't, please ask your friend. I don't like birthday. What's going on, Kay?
Hey, how are you?
I am great. How are you?
I'm doing okay, can't complain.
All right, real quick. I got a question.
Hmm.
Now you listen to R&B music. We discussed. You know what I'm saying, all right. So, who got more hits, Alicia Keys or Mary J. Blige?
I would say Alicia Keys.
All right, all right, cool, cool. Tank or Genuine?
Tank.
Damn. All right. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Janae Eiko or Tiana Taylor?
Tiana Taylor.
I love me some Tiana Taylor. She had me at Bahrain. I'm like, oh, she can run. She can do some runs and riffs. That's a fact. That's a fact. I hope that yeah, she is a talented person. Now I was telling everybody, Lovecraft Country is an amazing show on HBO Max, written by Misha Green, no relation, talented black woman, amazing writer. Um, Brought to you by Jordan Peele and J.J. Abrams. And if you don't know, late H.P. Lovecraft was who is someone who's known as a father of horror, someone who inspired Stephen King, but he was also a Nazi supporter and a horrible avid racist. And what Misha pretty much did on several fronts was not only probably like turn his racism and his storylines and flipping on its head by casting us for the most part black actors. Courtney Vance, I want to say Jonathan Morgan. I may have his name wrong. You have a cast of brown and black people in a genre in which, from I want to say actually since the beginning of the genres of science fiction and horror, where black people weren't included. We weren't included in like the Cthulhu mythologies or Dracula and not like that. We didn't start in our own shit so much later on. We're very underrepresented in these genres of literature, science fiction, action, adventure, whatnot. So just imagine Indiana Jones, black people, the Poltergeist, but with colors. You know what I'm saying? It was a really beautiful thing. So you got to not only look at things from a horror aspect, but it was in a place in time and where it was Jim Crow America. So you had not only these this magic or horrific monsters, but the other monster for the most part for the season was racist. And that was my first time like hearing of things about like sundown town. And if you don't know what a sundown town is, basically especially during Jim Crow era America, sundown towns were towns where whites allowed colored folk to walk around the town and go about the business during the day. But when the sun went down, they hunted and beat and or killed them. And someone after the episode called Sundown, which is the first episode, went on Twitter to take a poll to see where people came from when it came to sunset towns. There's surprisingly a lot of towns that still exist today that are former sunset towns. And mind you, that was like in the 50s, so it's not that long ago. You can probably ask like your grandmother or your great grandmother or someone like Aiko or something like that. You can probably look like history books. But it's a really great show. I recommend everyone to go watch it. 10 episodes. It's amazing, beautifully written, and an amazing, talented cast of black people. And it was written by a black woman. So I just wanted to have a little show review and a little spotlight real quick. Misha Green. That does sound like she's one of my cousins. You know what? I'm gonna have to do some shit with ancestry. I'm gonna have to make some bread real quick. Cousin, how you doing? Okay, real quick. Did you write anything to that beat I sent you? She's silent. Okay. I don't know why it keeps doing this. Hold up.
You can hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. No, I didn't get a chance to because I've been so busy, but I will.
No, it's fine. I just want to make sure you got it.
Yep, that was that Google Drive you sent me, correct?
You're right, right. But yeah, black elevator music is probably going to be like my passion project, and hope I want to get released in the spring, like around because April is my child's due date. I don't want to make it around that time.
So like what, September? Middle of September?
April.
Oh, April.
Springtime. Yep. Because Avante usually like Avante, what he does is he holds the summer and the fall down. I'm not touching those seasons.
Okay.
So, and like I said, in the summer I want to record my first comedy album, like special, actually in a house. Now, I do plan to do now after Black Elevator Music is to do a comedy special. So I'm working on that right now and stuff like that too. Yep, I got I've been writing some different ideas for whatnot. Like I had a couple people in mind, pick name. I wanted Bonnie Combs top on a couple of tracks. Actually, if you haven't already, go stream Driving Home for Christmas on all streaming platforms right now. You go to DistroKid and buy it for $2. Support the names. This is the PurpleHaze Nation of Pose. And remember, we are all kings and queens. Well, yeah, I've been actually have about 10 beats I have already I'm actually I want to get a group of people and get like a focus group together. I want to make it uh, as big as possible. Get as many people on there as possible, producers, different regions along there, and as many volumes of it as possible. I want to push out, whether it be a quarterly thing or a monthly thing. I want it to be how like they release comic books. That's why
Right.
the titles of my beats are like the titles of books or comics or whatnot. That's always how I've like most people like most rappers would say they sell their albums like crack. Nah, I sell my albums like a publisher would a book or something like that, or editor would publish a newspaper.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a fact. The drug game and the rap game are not that different though, or process wise, or creativity wise.
I know Nasia, she is doing like she do like a writing kind of podcast thing. She's very
Yep,
good.
I
Um
like that. I love things like I love a good story. And I think that's why
mhm,
I love comedy because for the most part, I have stories out the ass. Like I have like I remember like I hate the fact like no one at the Dare program as a kid, and if no one knows the Dare program is, pretty much a bunch of former drug addicts come in and they tell you that drugs are bad and don't do them. They don't really go into specifics. Weed's bad, it's horrible, melt your brain out, this that. No one tells you that people do like multiple drugs at the same time.
right.
I know this till I start smoking weed. I'm just smoking a blunt. I'm chilling there or whatnot. Some dude walks up to me and is like, yo, you smoke too? I'm like, yeah, what you got? Oh, I got a couple of drinks. What you got? I got that crack. I left immediately from the vicinity. Did I know where I was going? I just left. No one tells you that. No one also tells you that drugs are fucking expensive either. You
Right.
know, it's like, oh, be careful of alleyways. You don't find these motherfuckers at alleyways asking people for drugs. No one's gonna go an alleyway looking for anything useful. You wanna go find somebody with drugs to the party or the block or the corner or the track house or something like that. They gave us all the wrong information in the DARE program. Anyone that that really believes in the DARE program now is a virgin. Anyone that didn't believe the DARE program or tried to listen to it and failed is probably a former felon and or a pothead.
True.
Like things aren't the same. Like I was like R&B isn't the same anymore from when our parents were like listening to it. Like I'm scared about the shit my daughter's gonna listen to.
Yeah, I said the same thing on my live. I think it was a couple days ago.
Right,
Like generation is gonna be different for our kids' generation.
right. Like we our generation we're more blunt and open about the shit we want and we saying shit like that.
Right.
The older people would tell us like I was like y'all different. Like y'all like they know like we don't tolerate racism the way they do. We know we'll smack them up over a racist comment or anything.
Mhm.
Whereas they were for the most part, like I said, they seen Dr. King on television, so they pretty much knew like for the most part, and they seen like they physically I'm like dogs, water hoses, backup buses, literal murders, hanging stuff like that. They knew for a fact there's not much they said or did because of persecution like that. Today will scrap, no problem. I've literally seen a dude body slam a whole female for saying the N word, and the dude that body slammed her was a manager. So that was crazy to me. I also feel like it's just communication too. Like you can like Teddy Pendergrass I was listening to and he has his track right or turn off the light. And turn off the lights, like you can imply what turn off the lights mean by just the title. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gotta say it, but he's saying it. He says it such an aggressive way, and I love it. Like, turn off the lights, and instantly makes you never want to pay the light bill like in the way he said it. So I get that. All right, so I got a weird question for anybody watching, or you know what I'm saying, if you can have a superpower, what would it be and why?
If you could have
Say
a
it
what?
again.
A
If
superpower?
you if you like woke up one day and you found out you had a superpower, what would it be and why? What would you do with it? Like what would you do with it?
be able to convince anybody of anything.
Ooh, that mm.
Right. I would say the same. I would yeah. Have you seen Umbrella Effect, or I think it's
Umbrella
Umbrella
Academy.
Academy?
I
That is
Yes.
haven't
that
yet.
is my shit.
Yes. I
Is
would
it
be like,
good?
I
Hell
heard a
yes.
rumor.
It's
I
like
heard a
X
rumor.
Men, but like the punk rock
I might
version.
smoke and watch that now. Binge watch that now.
Yeah.
You
Classic
got to
A.
watch
For real,
that
for
and The
real.
Boys on Amazon. Imagine like Avengers or like Justice
Cause
League,
Classic
but
A,
like,
you come through with recommendations. I'll give you that. But
yo,
yeah,
once
like
she said Umbrella, I'm like, oh, she cultured.
Yeah, because that really opened my eyes. And you know what's crazy? I had this conversation with my parents because my son, he likes the movie is Utopia. And I was saying, like, is that movie, it's a kid movie, but I'm like, is that movie based off race? I don't know if
yeah,
any of you
oh
guys
yeah,
seen
definitely,
Utopia,
I really
but
was
it's
thinking
definitely
about that
based
definitely,
too.
off race.
It was
definitely.
like, yo, like they're going back to their primitive ways. I'm like, niggas? They talking about niggas?
Yo, yo, I watched like 20 minutes in, I realized what was going on and what
Me
was the funny.
too.
I'm like,
Yes.
You know what? I seen a lot of shit play. Like, I was watching. It was really weird. You know, all right. So you know how like the riots broke out when George Floyd was murdered and stuff like that, and Ahmaud Arbery,
Hmm.
and you had all of them people getting gassed and
not
whatnot.
really.
Black Lightning season 3 came out, and before all that stuff happened, and it was like watching that
It's
again
on Netflix.
all over.
No, they got one more season. My bad.
Well, no, season 4 is actually be his last season, and I want to talk about too on my podcast as
I
well.
know.
What the fuck are you doing?
I know that was
You've
shit.
given me all the whitest hits of shows.
But
You've given me One Tree Hill. You've given me 15 seasons of Supernatural. God damn it! But you gonna kill Oliver Queen, make him the Spectre, and then name it the Arrow, have it named the Arrowverse, and then after he dies, give him this nice big old memorial, and then name it the CW verse. That's crazy. And two, the end of Black Lightning after 4 seasons, along with Supergirl and Legends of Tomorrow. So this will be the like. There's 3 shows being canceled on CW this year. But for everybody that does not know, Batwoman is being played by a black woman this season. Her name is Javicia Leslie. She is the first black LGBTQ member to be playing Batwoman. So I want to shout her out, spotlight her real quick. Um, Also, next year, early next year, if you guys like the Justice League movie, they're doing the director's cut of it, 4 hours of the Justice League on HBO Max next year, so look out for that too. They're putting shit in like Dark Side, Green Lantern, Martian Manhunter, all that good old stuff, and they're bringing black.
what's your favorite comedy of all time?
My favorite comedy of all, like comedy, like special comedy, special movie show. What we talking? Because my favorite comedy show is as of right now is Superstore on NBC. That's
My
the
favorite, I think my favorite comedy show that makes me like actually like cry laughing is The Office.
Yo, bro, remember in college? Remember how I started smoking in college and shit like that? And I did everything, I studied everything else but my major. I binge watched 7 seasons of The Office because this show was so fucking well written. And the funny thing about it,
Yes.
half of that show is like improvised.
Mm-hmm.
It was like watching my comedy play out in like a show form. It was amazing, it was
Yeah.
smart, and it was like a bunch of beautiful. It was an amazing cast in that show. And if you like that, you got to watch Parks and Recreation or 30 Rock.
I think I watched Parks and Recreation. That's on
If, if
HBO.
that's,
I think I have
that's
that on my Apple TV.
Yeah, because that's on the same network that did The Office. And the crazy thing is, they got a lot of stars from that show too. Childish
Yeah.
Gambino, Donald Glover used to write for the show because Tina Fey hired him off faith. Tracy Morgan was on there, Alec Baldwin. Um, it was just it was like, and it was really just based on the shit that happens at 30 Rockefeller Plaza, like the shit like where NBC's actually owned and shit like that. So it's just like a really like a parody of like real life shit. I do like the fact that there are more shows with like predominantly people predominantly starring people of color now.
Mm-hmm.
I really do enjoy it. Like Lovecraft Country is another one. Blackish will forever be part of my heart. That is an amazing amazing show.
Have you seen 5 Seconds on Netflix?
I haven't. Or 7 Seconds with Regina King.
Is it 7 seconds? It's about the dirty cops or whatever it is.
Yeah. That's 7 Seconds.
Yeah, that movie.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yep. What else? I was watching Watchmen with Regina King. That is amazing.
Yeah,
They put
Watchmen is good.
the fact that they put the Tulsa, Oklahoma murders like massacre in there, and a lot of people didn't know about Tulsa, Oklahoma, or the Greenwood massacre or Black Wall Street. That was like a really special episode for a lot. That hit a special place for people.
Yeah.
Like they actually archaeologists were might have just found a mass grave site for some of the victims in Tulsa. They did that like a month ago. So they're really
Wow.
trying to actually in a sense bring peace and in a sense right historical wrongs, I guess, by looking for these mass grave sites. Which is the right thing to do. I think anybody has the right to be laid to rest.
Exactly.
Um
Yeah, I watch the news a lot being here at work, so I've been seeing a lot of stuff about like Fort Hood, how they've been a lot of minorities been coming up missing, finding them hanging on trees and so on
yeah,
and so
and
forth.
I keep telling people, especially white people, we're not known when it comes to murdering or committing suicide. We're not known to have ropes.
Mhm.
Like we're not like no one's ever gone out. I'm like, oh shit, nigga, I forgot my rope. Let's go back in the car real quick. No one's really like we don't do that, and we don't. When you commit suicide, no one's really publicly hanging themselves either. A public hanging is
Exactly.
usually a sign of an execution.
Mhm.
And I wanna say real quick, to anybody white that's listening, stop telling black people what's black and what's not. Let's I just want to put that out there right now. You cannot tell a black person what black is and what black isn't.
There's a show on Netflix called Dear White People, I think it's called.
Yup.
Oh my god, I love
Yup.
it.
Yup. The movie too. The movie with the Tyler with the kid from Everybody Hates Chris.
Yep.
But I think it is a beautiful thing. Like it's a very stressful thing that everything's out in the open now. A lot of
Mhm.
used to blatant racism, but this is blatant racism doing overtime hours, and that shit is tiring. Like I found a gray hair, and I wasn't really appreciating that. So racism causes gray hairs. It's a fact. Don't look it up though.
Right. Do you remember your first encounter with a racist? I remember mine.
I remember my first I remember my first subtle. I don't remember my first subtle because I was more like my first blatant wasn't until high school when I went to an all white high school. When
Mhm.
some white kid he made a noose with his belt like in front of me and laughed. And everything in me told him like I reserve the right to fuck him up.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But at the
Right,
same
that's writing a check to get your ass beat right there. Like,
right, like yo, I'll throw hands with you on God. But on my mama, I know that my mom wasn't gonna allow it. She even though she knew she would understand why I did it, she knew I couldn't.
mhm.
I've never told my mother that. Like I just kept that because that was just a thing like that. Had like I've heard someone literally listen to a rap song and call hip hop kunti. You know what I'm saying? So I've been in situations where I've had white people tell me you speak well, which they don't know is a microaggression, implying that most black people don't have good grammar or or spelling or anything like that. And I felt weird because I was fluent in two languages at that point, learning a third one on my own for fun. So it was
Right.
kind of like a backhanded compliment. Like I literally
Exactly.
dated a mixed girl that said, "Oh, I date you because you're a safe black. I don't have a record, or you know what I'm saying, or I don't fit certain stereotypes." So I experience more subtle racism every day because I find myself among people of no color for the most part. But for the most part, like I said, I got called said nigger. I got called nigger at somebody's party this past summer. And why? And the dude at the house, like that was my coworker. He was like, "Yo, you could have fucked him up on the porch." I'm like, "But it's your house." And now I'm the only Negro here. Someone sees that shit, I'm getting police called, and I'm not from here. So,
Right.
like I said, I
And
really
it's
have
sad
to.
that it's like that though. Like it
Right, and
shouldn't be like that.
I can't react the way I want to because I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna look the way you already think I look. I'm a 6 foot
Right.
4 black male with tattoos and shit like that. I can't really, you know what I'm saying? Like some APB go out and say there's a male that's 6 foot with glasses. I'm staying my ass in the crib. I can't go. And I'm saying that is all that's my fear every day. I literally go out in the world and I fight with everything, or
Mm-hmm.
everything fights me. I don't. And then my wife is like, no, don't know. You don't get that piece. Like I don't get that piece that you do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's just
But it's
that's
crazy though, like, cause I was watching. There's a show on there. It's like a dating show or whatever, and there's a wall, so you don't see the person, you just hear their voice.
love at first
That's
sight.
yeah, love at first sight. And I'm like,
That's just
it's
silly.
crazy though because if all of us had no pictures, like no video or anything, we would never know what color a person is. We just go based off their personality, how they speak, and so on and so forth. That's what makes it crazy. How
Right,
people can just react off based off of a skin color.
right. And I never got race because actually I had like class issues, not necessarily race, but I understood racism, but I didn't experience racism at this age. But I went to a Catholic school. This is the first time I'm in a class where I'm the only black person in my class, and I felt so weird. So I understood like just being in a different part of town. You know what I'm saying? You live differently, you see differently, and it was so weird. I hated it. I hate not being in a diverse environment.
Right.
Like
Like
as much as
I'm the only mixed person in my whole entire family.
mhm, that's it's just weird
So
because
when you see like if I were to send you like a family photo, you'll see like all my family and I'm the one that sticks out.
you're the dark one.
I'm the one with the curly hair, the coarse hair,
Yeah.
the
Are you like
darker
you?
complexion of
Yeah.
skin. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm the one that pops out. Like what? Is she even part of the family? You know?
Right. It's just weird. Like I like certain dudes like it's it's weird. Like I get preferences and I get wanting to have a mate that everyone has a right to find someone that suits them. You know what I'm saying? I want this, that, or whatnot in a person. That's fine or what.
Mhm.
You're never gonna help who you love. You're never gonna help who your pussy gets wet for or your dick gets hard for. That's just nature at that point. There's certain things you cannot control. So it's cool to have these expectations for the most part. Like when I was younger, I fucked with a couple white women. You know what I'm saying? I also fuck with Hispanic women for the most part too. I love Hispanic women. My child's mother is black, but it's just at some point in time, it's all about what you love at the end of the day. So that's why I never really got that. I'm like, there are certain feelings like love that you have no control over.
Exactly.
I know. It's like I don't, and one like the whole no matter like what the next person does in their private time shouldn't stop you from living. Like just because someone came out gay doesn't mean that I can't have rice and beans tomorrow. Like that's not gonna fuck up my day anytime soon. It's like, oh, so and so came out gay. That's cool. That's great. That's their thing. Leave them the fuck alone.
Mhm.
You're still a person before anything. Like it's like I have the same definition. I told someone this. It's like having friends that are in two different gangs. So growing up, those are your niggas first. Those are men first before anything. That's why I never really care because at the end of the day, you are who you are before anything. No. But yeah, I've been bumping a lot of R&B lately, like a lot of just neo soul for the most part. Jill Scott, Angie Stone, Erica
Me
Badu.
too. I got a very old soul. I listen to a lot of old music.
I listen to a lot of the music my mom raised me on. Like there's a heavy amount of gospel on my playlist, just as there much is jazz and hip hop and R&B and stuff like that. Like I have a bunch of stuff from musicals like West Side Story, Oklahoma, Hamilton.
Yes, they've just. I think they put just West Side Story on Disney Plus, or maybe it's not. I think it's Disney Plus. I
Well,
was just watching
they're
West Side
doing the
Story.
a remake of it, and I'm looking forward to that. That was actually the first musical that was the first musical I seen. Nope, second musical I seen, but the first one I fell in love with. I seen Sound of Music, and then I seen West Side Story. Those are the first two musicals I've seen. My favorite musical, though, my favorite
Hmm.
musical, Lion King on Broadway, to this day. To this day.
I think when I was in New York, I went to a play. I think I went to Phantom of the Opera, and there was another one. Um, I forgot the name of it, but Phantom of the Opera was really good.
I, eh, I think any girl that's chasing a dude that hangs out in a theater needs to go see some serious therapy. That's not healthy at all. I, I, I looked at that as such fucking white people. That shit is crazy. It was funny for the most part, like the Titanic. It's like a romantic horror comedy. You wouldn't tell me these white people said, nah, this ship is stronger than God. And then they died. Yo, that iceberg dropped the hottest diss track of the century. Nobody can tell me anything else. And Rose is a selfish person. She don't get her some poor dude dick, not tell nobody and let it die. That's selfish. That's selfish. Don't at me on that. Rewatch the movie, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Hold on,
I do.
I gotta mute my mic real quick.
She probably taking a poop. She's such a lady. I'm just messing with her. I don't know what she's doing. She don't got her video on. I do think Joe Biden is going to do some funny shit as president, not on purpose, but because these old people have a way of doing some wild, funny shit, not on purpose. Just imagine like the uncle at the pickup that look at you and then look at your girl and then ask you, "That's you? That's you? That's Joe Biden?" Except like Joe Biden's dentures might fall out while he's asking. Kamala, the best looking vice president in the history of the United States, and that is a fact. She is the sexiest vice president ever. If you want to argue with me on that, look at the other vice president. Condoms and kids are the biggest cock blockers in the world. Don't at me. Ask somebody with a kid. Oh, why does everybody keep going on mute? It won't let me unmute. Want to add Sauce King? I fuck with Sauce King. I fuck with Sauce King. There we go. You should be able to unmute yourselves. Make it hot minute, not that's some wet and gushy. That's music to that's music I want to play in my wig. It's Vontae Paul. About to drop a mixtape called Cocoa Butter and Nicotine. Sponsored by Gold Bond and Newports. And we're going live on the IG. IG. Vontae got blocked by the IG auntie. I be making beats, but my name ain't hot. Anybody got a favorite song, favorite album, a favorite show at the moment? I was watching Def Comedy Jam and I was laughing my ass off. Russell Simmons is truly the GOAT. Only in Def Comedy Jam, which you have Martin Lawrence and damn Speedo. And the Speedo is stuff with a fucking hand towel to catch his sweat. Only in Def Comedy Jam. Use the blanket. I'm mad self-conscious about my knees. It's not that there's anything wrong with them. I just feel like I'm blunt and I look weird when I'm
Okay, I'm back.
And she's back. Something I never said. All right. So you got a favorite album? You got something you want me to, you got something you want me to talk about, review? Like, have you listened to 2 Chainz' new album?
No.
Listen, listen, listen. I ain't never bump a 2 Chainz album like the way I bumped this album. Listen, Quarantine Thick is a whole anthem. I don't really care for Mulatto that much, but I really love the lyrics and the whole vibe of the song. She been quarantined and low shorty thick. I felt that. Shout out to all the girls. Shout out to all the girls that was out here gaining weight. Probably ain't been feeling the same. You probably got knocked up, got your club shot up, started eating a little bit more. Why? Because it's lockdown. What you gonna do when you doing the same shit every day, and you doing what you're going with? Gonna gain weight, and that is okay. She been quarantined in those shorty fit. Let y'all know you are appreciated, you are loved. Gang gang. I really hope they don't bring back a bunch of stuff from Disney in live action. It's gonna look trash. Like Mulan, I will not watch Mulan. I'm letting y'all know right now, not watching live action Mulan. They try to get you because they try to cast Jet Li and Donnie Yen. All right, cool. You cast the Monkey King and the Ip Man. There's no singing. There's no Mushu.
Wait, the new Mulan?
There's yep.
I haven't seen the new Mulan. I always, you know what? I don't really like the newer versions of the remakes of the older versions. I always like the older one, the older movies.
That's right. I'm a Disney baby to the T. One, you ain't got Mushu on there, trash. Ain't no singing, trash. Also, the actress who plays Milan supports the police brutality
But
against citizens fighting for democracy in China, and I just can't support that, so I'm not gonna watch the movie. I don't.
But you know, the one musical I do like, I dislike is High School Musical. I hate that.
I've only watched the first 2, and the only reason why I haven't watched the third one is because I was going to go on a date with my girlfriend, my first high school girlfriend at the time, and she stood me up. So to this day, I've never watched High School Musical 3.
Yeah, High School Musical is horror. I hate that song. I hate that musical.
Yeah, I think one of the worst, like I don't think Friends is all that great. Like the show Friends isn't all that popular.
Friends, yeah.
I don't Like,
I like Grey's Anatomy.
right. No, it's my shit though.
Seinfeld classic.
So had me rolling. You know what my shit is though? On the lowest of keys. I'm gonna tell y'all something because ain't nobody here but us. On the lowest of keys, I fuck with me some Golden Girls. Bro.
Some Golden Girls classic.
I love. Listen, I love me some Golden. Blanche is a whole mood. And
Yeah,
no,
she's a whole mood. I swear she gotta be a Cancer.
Yo, happy birthday to Angel. My bad, Shakeem.
no, you good.
She's in here. Happy birthday, Angel.
She's on IG.
Oh, she's on the IG. Chill.
We're
Shout
live
out.
on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, bro.
You said what?
I talked to her earlier today on live. She's such a blessed soul.
We're on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook right now.
Hey, so you're saying I'm a triple threat? Mama, I'm out here doing big things, real big man things. No, I was
Okay, I got a question. What is your go-to to make you like relax? Is it music? Is it poetry? Is it writing? Is it all three? Like, what do you do to make you just clear your head?
It depends on the source of the stress and how bad my anxiety is at the time. So if I'm up in the middle of the night, and I usually wake up at 5 or 6, so that's when I start my day. If I wake up at like 2 or 3, I make sure I got a glass of water or some tea. I pray before anything. I lay in the east direction and I pray before anything. I do my push-ups. I get my body going. Then I do my sit-ups. I drink something. I have Bluetooth headphones in. I play R&B music. I have to hear piano or guitar, something like that, in the night. Like when that's like in the middle of the night. That's when I need something to help me go back into REM sleep. In the evening or afternoon, I'm blaring the most like I'm blaring just trap music, just instrumental, and I'm writing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm either gonna write music, and I'm at the same time I'm flipping to the back of the notebook and I'm writing jokes. So it all depends. For the most part, I'm writing jokes, but for the other times, I'm probably listening to like some violent, like some really ignorant trap music. But like I said, I always have something set for the time and whatnot because I really like in the middle of the night. Most of my anxiety is triggered by heat. So I wake up sweating or whatnot, and that's when I have like my ice water and I have my R&B music playlist already set up.
Mm-hmm.
Like in midday, if I got something going on, I got my notebook, I got my pen, and I got some instrumentals. I write some shit. Also, I usually have a lot of jokes to write as well.
Right.
So like
I think writing is very soothing. It lets your emotions out in a different perspective.
Got some stuff that I wrote, if I may. Real quick, I'm gonna need you to like and share real quick one time for the 4 times. Shout out to PurpleHaze Nation, everybody at home. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in under the sound of my voice. May your blessings come in abundance, and may your bundles come at half off.
Well, go ahead. What's next, man?
Oh, hold up, real quick. Like sometimes I'll write like a bar and then like a joke right after it, and that's just something that's on my heart. So hold up, like gifted hands, no Carson, man of the people. My mind is a weapon. I ask Danny if it's legal. And then after that, I wrote Pigman hairline is an 8.1 on the Richter scale. If you don't know what the Richter scale, it's a low graph that tells you how bad an earthquake is, and that's his hairline. But that was just something, you know what I'm saying? I do for the most part. That's most of my days to think of a fucked up shit and then put something on a dope beat. Another one is The hero and author of my story, planning to do it grande 7 rings about Hori, been through hell and back. Hercules did that several times on gods on Mercury. My past actions no longer burden me because them L's and failures were them were learning me. Negative to positive vibes, that's karmatic, acrobatic. Left music for a bit, now I'm back addict. I'm dope like I get served to addict. Bitch, don't play on my phone. I can do that on my own. I don't have time for your shit. Get off my dick. So, and these are just things I wrote at different times.
Mm-hmm.
So it just looks like I just wrote a bunch of shit and I got emotional about it. But these are just accumulations. I think I have like 4 or 5 years worth of things I wrote. This notebook, this notebook is fucked up. I do a bit of everything. Like I got a little drawing in the back. I don't know if you watch anime, but it was Mob, and he's my. It's just something I usually do. I usually just got a little everything in here. Like how do you make out with a pineapple carefully? Some little, just a little, some little goofy. Because I literally thought like, there's people that get drunk and do fucked up shit. There has to be somebody that try to make out with a pineapple.
Mm-hmm.
So, just little things. There's actually a candidate that only comes out every 4 years when they're on their period, and she talks shit about people. We call it a pap smear campaign, but I don't know if that's gonna work for female audience. I'm not trying to get me too. You know what I'm saying? Or gynecology jokes or whatnot.
A
But
past year campaign. Now that's funny.
smear campaign, that's man, thank you for laughing. I was really fucking with it. But thank you for fucking with it. All right. Um, got a little music actually. I can't even read my own handwriting. Oh, it's because I don't have my glasses. Right, right. So, Kat, I know you said you had a verse for the a girl named Subi.
Yes.
What type of vibe were you trying to? Was it like a little, got a little something you wanted to show the people?
What is? That's my page. I'm sorry. I forgot to send it to you, but I will tomorrow morning.
All right, no problem, no problem. But I wrote something. This was after the Breonna Taylor verdict, and I was extremely upset. I honestly took a minute and I cried. Like I didn't know how to handle that. Like I didn't understand why none of these guys were convicted of murder or anything like that. Right. And real quick, fuck David Cameron, he's a coon. F word him eternally. At me. Unarmed brother, hands up, still shot down. Been screaming I can't breathe since Eric Gardner and Mike Brown. Black lives were snuffed out before our eyes. The founder fathers were the biggest liars. Every man called equal, and this is why you, every man's created equal. All this while they raped and bought and stole people. Shit, we people, yeah, our lives ain't equal. We only asked for civil rights, just wanted to be people. We didn't expect our nation to see us as equal. Cry and complain when we loot and riot. Another cop gets laid off after murder, and you expect us to stay quiet. Minneapolis on fire, y'all upset now, but there was none of this energy when Black Wall Street burned down. Black men and women trying to prosper, pop us in our sleep while we on the streets, hands up, we're on our knees. We still can't breathe. Bush pushed oil like Reagan moved dope. Obama had streets flooded with hope. So that was something like these are just these are like quiet thoughts. I scream at the wall. That's pretty much what my poems are. Just quiet thoughts I scream at the wall. Things I really don't like to speak about, but I have to just because someone has to. But my favorite genre of music is R&B. So you'll probably never catch me rapping like that, like for fun, and probably nothing serious. Like check it, I'm about to wreck it, romp in the White House, but next, you know what I'm saying? Take the next tax plan and then wreck it. then he hit Trump in the back of the neck where he least expected. I don't know. It's just something I love just because it's something I enjoy doing. But I really do just enjoy just creating music itself, as in like production, melody, notes. I used to write music as in like write music notes. So it's always something I really found therapeutic. But I'm always gonna find myself regressing to find myself in surrounded by like instruments or like a melodic and whatnot. Alicia Keys to this day is my favorite R&B singer, arguably the best R&B singer of all time. No, I would debate anybody on
Yes, Alicia Keys, I love her.
that. Like I think the first album I bought of hers was Songs in A minor. When I heard Fallen and the way she really harmonized and they did those runs, that right, like to harmonize is difficult, and to harmonize with yourself is extremely difficult because people can be tone deaf. You're biased, your voice is distorted. It's not going to sound the same when you hear your voice in a recording or whatnot. So that takes a lot of talent. And for both songs to literally be in A minor, I thought that was like that. From an artist standpoint of view, it's really beautiful. Really beautiful. Do you have a favorite project you got a favorite album you listen to right now, a favorite artist you're really fucking with?
Right now, I listen to almost everything, but I be having Rihanna on a repeat.
My favorite Rihanna track, honestly, is Love on the Brain.
My favorite track would be Man Down by Rihanna. It's an old song.
No, I fuck with that. I fuck with that. I think she's mad at like the fact that she's still popping and hasn't dropped an album in like almost like 4 years. Like
Yeah,
that lets you know that like her she's it's more than just called like she's an icon. She's literally a cultural figure, someone to literally follow and aspire.
right. But she did it the right way. Like she is very like to herself.
Right, and for the most, like I said, her Fenty line, I have like that. That's amazing. I said one. That's her shit, and
Hmm.
she hired. She's literally given a bunch of women jobs. Like she's literally given Lil Wayne's daughter a job, and Lil Wayne's girlfriend a job. So I thought that was really dope. You know what I'm saying? She's really about her. I think that's amazing. And shout out to all the women that owns their own sexuality, like one like Cardi and Nicki and like Nicki and Meg like that. Because for a lot of for a while, like women have like been a receptacle of like sexuality by men, and I'd rather hear, you know what I'm saying, sexuality of a woman be rapped or sung by a woman than a dude. Because I don't like all the same shit other dudes do. I don't do all the same shit other dudes do. I don't treat women the same all dudes do. I said I just rather hear that from a woman because we don't know shit about what women want. I don't know why that movie came. But as I digress, are you a registered voter, Kay?
I am not. I have never ever voted
Yeah, why?
because my view on politics is just that they're garbage, to be honest.
I respect that. I can understand that.
Because they only like my view is they only tell you what they want to hear, what you want to hear. When they
Right.
get in office, they like before they even get in office, they tell you they're gonna do this, that, and the other thing, and then when they get in office, nothing really happens. So it's like I understand it takes time,
Mm.
but I just don't like. What's the point?
All right. So,
Because
okay, if I may,
even though we have a vote, like it still has to go through a process. You know what I'm saying?
all right, okay. So I understand your viewpoint. Completely get it. As a man of color, I can understand how you can say like fuck the whole government, and because the system isn't made for us. For the most part, the system isn't made for women or people of color. Let's keep it a buck about that.
And then this year, I didn't want to vote for Biden or Trump. I
Listen,
didn't
I'm
like
let you know.
like either of them.
I'm let you know. I didn't vote for Biden. I voted for Kamala. When I walk, because I've always had an interest in socioeconomics because I always was fascinated with the world around me. And so when I got into government and politics or whatnot, I understood that each government, each society is different and whatnot, and it's different for certain people, which got me researching systemic racism. So I understood, like for a while, I didn't vote either. Like I hated it, but at the same time, there was people that looked like me that got beaten the fuck up, bruised, you know what I'm saying, murdered just to get that right. And at the same time, people need to understand this American government, they're public servants. They work for us. We're technically H and I C to the politicians. We have so much power as people, and people I don't understand that. Yes, the media and the government are shiesty motherfuckers. Every major institution in this country has lied to us, from judicial systems to the education system and to medical institutions. They have lied to us and let us down completely. As people, we have to understand we have the right to change that shit. We can change this dirty diaper of a democracy if you feel what I'm saying right now. But it is a frustrating thing. Trust me.
Because you like, my viewpoint is, yeah, we live in a few country, but is it really free?
No. Here's the thing, and I'll revert I'll revert, and it's not because I'm black, kind of, but it's not because I'm black. It's a part. It's. Hey, bless y'all. We're gonna finish some posts. We'll watch on it. Thank you so much, Ottawa Rap Stars. You are always such a blessing, a presence. I don't know whether because you're a dope person or at times you're just quiet as shit. But I was reading a DC comic called Heroes in Crisis. So check it out. I don't want to explain too much because um, it's so dope. I can't put in any words, and I don't have the capacity of thought to explain it all to you. Just go check it out. And there's a character that was around since the beginning, like caveman times, right? And he's explaining that freedom is slightly different from present to back then, right? Today we have laws, we have rules, we have societal norms, right? We have rules put in place. Sound effects enter the waiting room. We have rules in place to keep us from doing certain things. Like, sure, we have the right to say certain things, but we also can get in trouble for the things we say. Sorry,
Exactly,
no.
exactly.
But and then back in the day, you had to fight the bear, the lion, the tiger, all to get a piece of food and hope another person wasn't trying to take the food that you just got because they're trying to eat you. You were essentially free. All there was survival. Grab your food, eat, survive your day, protect your own, watch your back. You know what I'm saying? So it's not really sure. The legal standpoint, we're free. As free as in I'm not in chains, locked down. Sure, I don't have the peace of mind of freedom. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I have to watch my back. I literally don't trust the police. I, I'm 3 times more likely to be a victim of gun violence than my white counterpart. You know what I'm saying? 1 in 3 people that look like me are locked up, probably for some shit that was non-violent or because they couldn't pay bail or whatnot. The bail reform is bullshit. Women need to be paid equal. The fact that the KKK has never been disbanded is bullshit. This is an open hate group, but yet they disbanded the Black Panthers, which are responsible for starting food programs and benefit programs like WIC, women, infants, and children. So I do feel like I've never told no one I've never told anyone that I'm a proud American. I'm an American. I'm African American. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful that I'm in a place where I'm able to say anything. Like I can talk shit about the president and not be tortured to death. You know what I'm saying? I able to walk outside and you know what I'm saying, not be enslaved or anything like that, you know. So it's just one of those things where yeah, there's a lot of places that are worse than here, but there are a lot of things about my country that I definitely see that are wrong.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's a double-sided coin.
Mhm.
'Cause I'm in a place where I have the opportunity to meet people from all around the world. You know what I'm saying, that live in the place that, you know what I'm saying, the city that I live in. About the same time, just not that long ago, me just walking into a certain restaurant could have gotten me beaten up. So it's just one of those. It's just one of those things where it generational pain is real. Trauma like that stuff carries on. Cycles are a real thing. It's like in a lot of times we're trying to break those cycles. No one wants to continue this vicious cycle of distrust and violence and anything like that. I keep telling white people, we don't want to loot, we don't want to riot, we don't want to be out in the streets marching. Yeah, we love Nikes, but we don't want to be just doing it all the goddamn time. For the most part, black people just want to be home and sleep. That's
Mhm.
it. That's it. Like it's crazy. Like we're still marching. Still, somebody's grandbaby still marching. They're watching their grandbaby marching for the same shit. That's heartbreaking. I don't
It
I don't
is.
I don't want my daughter just marching for the same shit. I just march for the same shit. Like she's gonna hear my podcast. She's gonna like I don't want her to deal with the same shit. Like my daughter's gonna be born in the era where America's at its most divided since the Civil War. But at the same time, there's a girl that looks like her in the White House.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? The Proud Boys are up and active, but Cori Bush, you know what I'm saying, has a Breonna Taylor face mask at her orientation. You know what I'm saying, for Congress. So she has all these positive things that she can look at in the world, but the world is also a big fucking place, especially for a young black girl. So it's frustratingly scary. It's definitely like navigating a video game that someone created for you that you're creating as well at the same time. That's what America feels like right now. Like America is getting your your PS5 and then just acting like that. It's like it's the only place where your video game has insurance and you don't.
Mhm.
Like I've always seen America as a contradictory place. Fuck baseball. I have no beef against baseball. I just don't play the sport. I just don't have the attention span for baseball. Not that all exciting. Most of that part just dudes bent over weight. I'm good on that. Okay, let me ask you something.
Yeah. What's up?
Alright, so are you aware that Michael B. Jordan is the sexiest man alive, according to People magazine?
Yes.
All right. So the only reason why he is sexiest man alive is because I'm not famous, so they couldn't pick me. So, um, but yeah. So Michael B. Jordan said that he will be starting an OnlyFans, I think for charity or something like that. So I gotta ask, you subscribing to Michael B. Jordan's OnlyFans?
Honestly, I said I was.
I'm not gonna freaking lie. It's for charity, and I gotta support. I gotta support black men always doing well and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
because he did say it was for charity. All the donations that he gets, he's giving it to the charity. So
I'm
I said,
definitely subscribing to his OnlyFans for charity, not because he's a whole plate of soul food.
yeah, I'm doing it for both.
Right? That's a fact.
Because ever since I seen Black Panther, yes.
That's a fact. He,
Rest in peace
you
to
know,
the Black Panther though.
yeah.
Like
Rest in peace forever to Chadwick Boseman.
that, like it was crazy. He had cancer that whole time, and he
did like 8
did.
movies in that 4
Yeah,
years.
that's why I'm like no
And
one
mind
even.
you, his latest movie is set to be nominated for an Oscar, and on top of that, on top of all the black iconic figures he played throughout history, like Thurgood Marshall, Jackie Robinson, um, the T'Challa, an iconic comic book hero, he was actually set to play Yusuke, the first black samurai.
Like I give him a lot of props. Like that's
Like this
crazy that he
in his
went through that.
multifaceted. The dude played James Brown. The only time I ever understood James Brown's words was when this man played him. It was like having a translator.
Hmm.
My brother said, "Let her finish." That's what she said. I think that
Sir, no misogyny.
you said what? You didn't get that office joke? Okay, that's fine. That's what she said. Anywho, no, like that's like one of the most like you can make any meme from any office episode.
Yeah, you definitely can.
You can
Like
literally make any meme from any office
the
episode.
whole season, every season they have, every episode they have.
Nah.
It's like you're gonna laugh no matter what.
When Stanley when Stanley yelled at Michael and he was like, "Did I stutter?" And Stanley forgot and then Mike was like, "Yo, like people forgot like Stanley's black. He's an old Jericho.
Yeah.
Like he was all the sass.
The Prison Mike episode, hilarious.
Yo, he came in with the purple bandana, and then the crazy thing is the guest star was the black dude that played the grape on the Fruit of the Loom commercial. So that's why I would laugh when he put out that purple bandana because I know for a
Yeah.
fact Terrell's a fucking clown. He was like, "Yeah, my name is Prison Mike, and in prison you're somebody's bitch." And the guy immediately said, "That was not my prison experience at all." Ah, yo, Mike crossed so many boundaries. Michael Scott was like Donald Trump if he had a 9 to 5.
I wish my job was like The Office. I swear.
Bro, the fact
Because
that
I
my
would.
hometown was mentioned in the show put the city in like no funny shit. Utica like it was crazy. It was like, yeah, we're gonna be sending you to the Utica office. I'm like, word. I was watching Def Comedy Jams. I'm ending the stream. That's quite all right. That's quite all right. All right, I'm gonna be ending this thing in 5 minutes. Real quick, Classic K, do you have any shout outs you'd like to do? Any plugs you'd like to throw in?
Shout out to Blake Alexander. Shout out to Vontae Palm. Shout out to Shakeem for letting me be on his podcast. I appreciate you. Shout out to Ottawa. Shout out to Nasia. Shout out to Angel. Happy birthday to you. Shout out to Malcolm, Misha, Super, Pickmain, Aiko, and whoever I missed. I'm sorry, but shout out to you. You guys are blessed and you guys are appreciated.
I appreciate that. Real quick, I want to say a shout out to my brother Vontae Palms for putting my show under his banner. 2 nights a week. I appreciate you. Shout out to Purple Haze Nation. Shout out to Rap Stars for pulling through. Nature for pulling through. Malcolm X for just being a dope dude and pulling through when he can and whatnot. Pickmain. Shout out to Pickmain. Funny motherfucker. When we collab soon. Pickmain is actually going to be the first actual interviewed guest I will have. Team. I already told him that. So I said once we set the video thing set up tomorrow, hopefully it'll be the first time. If not, fuck him, I'll roast him for 15 minutes straight and it'll be just as good as the interview. So yeah, once again, shout out to my brother, shout out to my child's mother for being a dope person. I love you so much. You know, you are the shit. and the doo-doo bottle. So tomorrow night, 10:30, under the Purple Haze Nation banner, You're Welcome with Shakeem will be going live on YouTube. And you also go check out my actual channel, Shakeem Green. I'll be posting the podcast clips on the channel. I'll be posting some random things on there. You might catch me talking about some grievances I had with a bitch at the counter at Wegmans, or you might just catch me picking my nose, crying about, the Titanic again for the 50th time. So you'll never know what you're gonna get on my channel, but it's always gonna be genuine, funny, and real. You guys stay blessed. Have a great day, evening, night, afternoon. Be safe. And peace and love, everybody. Peace and love.
What else you can